Hey all, it's your boy Pulak, and today I'm here with some of the best EAFC athletes in India. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
My name is Imad Rocks, and I've been competing for the last 7 to 8 years. Um, my story is kind of weird because I think 2013 is when I bought my first FIFA.
Right.
Knew nothing about football,
Uh-huh.
but all my friends played it, and it was
Right.
like the best thing, to play with your friends. It was a weird thing because all my friends were really good at the game,
Right.
and they used to go for tournaments.
Mm.
And I tagged along,
Right.
lost every round, like every tournament, first round, lost. And then, I think 5 years wait, 2018, I won my first ever tournament. And since then, I've been winning.
So I'm Karman Singh Tikka and my gamer tag is actually Tikka Town.
Okay.
So I like I'm new to the FIFA scene.
Uh-huh.
Like fairly new. Like I've been competing since 3 years now. So my first tournament was the major EISL one, like the first EISL which happened.
Right.
Before that, like I was not known in the community. I was just new to the community.
Right.
So I just like played the EISL qualifiers and qualified surprisingly, I don't know how. And I came up like I was the runner up in the inaugural season of the EISL. So I was shocked to see my performance, like I was able to adapt to the game so easily. So that's when I knew I had to take my chances and get serious with the game, and it has been serving me well.
My name is Saransh and I've been playing for 8 years now. I just completed 8 years. So I think I'm like a veteran of the FIFA esports scene, at least when it comes to these two, because these are two young lads who are
Right.
relatively new to the scene. But I've been around for a while now. Like back when I had started, we didn't have as much access. We weren't even eligible to compete in the global series.
Right.
And then later on, we got that eligibility and I was able to play in the World Cup as well. So it's been a great ride and yeah, I'm looking forward to more as always.
So, I mean, when did you guys start playing the game again? Like, so did you guys start with football first, or did you guys start with FC first?
I was big into cricket, never into football,
Right.
like I said.
Blasphemous.
Yeah,
Anyways.
so I had to learn the game and learn the virtual game as well at the same time. So that was the tricky thing. That's why it took 5 years for me to actually understand the game.
I've always been a football fan. Like whole of my family used to watch football, so I've been like kind of put into it. So like I've been supporting Chelsea since I was a child. So
Oh,
I've been
nice.
a big Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
So that helped me into FIFA somewhat. Not much. Like I abused mechanics most of the times, but yeah, it helped some way.
Good stuff. What about you?
Even I've like him. I've been always been a football fan. I was a huge football fan due to my elder brother. When I was growing up, when I was like 5 years old, I watched the 2006 FIFA World Cup, and
Right.
that's when I realized that wow, okay, football is amazing. And then fast forward to a year later, FIFA 07, when I was just 6 years old, was when I played my first FIFA game. So
Right.
yeah, it's been a long time, but
Nice.
yeah, that was my first ever time I had played FIFA.
Okay. How did you actually transition? What made you transition from casual to competitive?
I like the whole competing aspect, I'm a very competitive person.
Right.
If someone's good at something, I want to be better than that person.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I used to go for these tournaments and get knocked out in the first round. There was some urge of doing well in
Doesn't
these
feel good.
tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I took a gap actually of I didn't play FC. And one random college tournament happened and I won it. And while going back home, I had the cash money in my hands and I'm like, how much more can I win?
Right.
So it was like that.
अच्छा, पैसे का लालच था. It's all right. What about you guys?
So I just told like I basically learned that I'm good at the game when I like played the EISL qualifier for Mumbai City, and I beat some top pros at that time when I was not known in the community.
Right.
So that time I knew I need to get serious for this game, and I was the runner up for the inaugural season of the EISL. So that's when I started taking this seriously, and then I represented India at Asian Games.
For me, I didn't really care about it being competitive like for a long time. I used to just play for fun.
Right.
But there was this one random tournament in Pune which my friends somehow convinced me to go. So my brother and I, we both ended up going together. We used to play FIFA like all the time at home. I used to come back from school during board exams and stuff, lock myself in the room and start playing FIFA or Battlefield or something.
Right.
And then for this tournament, ended up going and we both faced off each other in the finals. And so we didn't even play the finals. And then we just went back home and then we realized that, wow, okay, both of us might actually be decent at this game. So that's when I realized that, okay, I can go competitive with this.
Fair enough. Okay, so I mean, what's the biggest highlight in your careers when it comes to this?
Definitely winning EISL season 2
Uh-huh.
with that guy right there.
Right.
It was a crazy year for me, especially that year, because that was my first full time going pro, and it was a weird one, because I had low expectations, but at the same time, when I was his teammate, my expectations just shot up,
Right.
So yeah, we won that year. I think we were unstoppable.
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest about it. I don't
Okay.
think there was any other team that was close to us. It was pretty much, we were in it for the entire thing.
For you as well, is this the biggest highlight for you?
One of the biggest, definitely, because like Imad that season just basically put me in a backpack and carried me throughout the tournament till the finals, throughout the finals as well, because I was not that good that season at all.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I ended up losing the game in the finals as well, but Imad again coming up in clutch. So for me personally, since I wasn't that good, it wasn't that great of a feeling, but just because we won, it was obviously amazing. But a lot of credit went to Imad for that, and of course, because he deserved more of it. So I don't think that's the best thing
Right.
of my career so far, but yeah, this is definitely up there.
Definitely, it has to be representing India at Asian Games, and like reaching top 16 in Asian Games has to be. And also like being runner-up in the first tournament you compete in.
Yeah, that is actually pretty crazy, honestly. Yeah. So, and I always wondered how many hours a day you guys play. How many?
It's different, when the new game releases, you have to like learn the game and what's the meta, you could
Right.
say. So it takes around like 4 to 6 hours every day the first few months.
Yes.
But then like later on, when you know the mechanics and everything, it kind of reduces.
Okay, and what about like finding game-breaking exploits or stuff you can use against your opponents? Is that something you guys do a lot?
Talking about myself, like I spend around like 6 to 7 hours in just practicing, trying to learn some angles or some exploits or the glitches which I can use against opponents, which can like be the game changer for me.
Right.
So, and the practice part, like it totally depends on my mood. Like if it's my mood, I'll just like sit on the game for 10 to 12 hours. Like, but if it's not my mood to play, so I'll just like don't play the game at all. That's the thing.
I think I'm playing a lot lesser compared to these two from what I'm hearing, because I generally play like 3-4 hours at max. If it's like a tournament time, then maybe I'm playing a lot, but otherwise there are like days or even weeks at a stretch when I'm not. Back then I wasn't competing either. So for the first 10-11 years of me playing was me just playing casually, not competing. So those years were quite different. But once I did start playing competitive, it kind of got like, it gets the added stress and stuff, and then you sort of get burnt out if you're
Yes.
playing too much, because it's one of those games where you need a lot of creativity as well. So there used to be times when I'm overstressing myself before a tournament because I want to do well.
Yeah.
But that actually ends up working against me, because I've played so much that now my natural game has just disappeared.
Yes. I've seen this because I have worked with actual like esports athletes. So like before, a lot of times if you play a lot, you get burned out and then you don't perform well enough. So you have to take a break. What do you guys do when you get burnt out?
Funny enough, I'm playing with my friends more, but different games.
Right.
I'll play Fortnite or F1, because for me it was like before FC, I used to play with my friends a lot.
Right.
It used to be GTA and all these sort of games. And I'm a gamer, so, I love to play games, especially interacting with friends is something, I like doing. So, yeah.
So like competing makes me a competitive person. So I just usually play like COD or some game where I can beat someone to get the dopamine in me.
Okay. All right. Bro.
Yeah.
If I'm being very honest, I don't really play any other game apart from FC. So
Okay.
I'm generally not playing games. I've recently played Spider-Man and stuff, which I really love, because I used to play them a lot back on the PS2. So maybe a little, but otherwise I like to go play football, maybe, do something else. Try to step away from the same thing that's making me burnt out, basically, is what I like doing.
So basically, before tournaments, when you guys are going like into these tournaments and you have to prepare, how do you prepare? What are your days like before it?
Before a tournament, first of all, sleep is important, but
course.
most of us don't get it because, we sleep late.
Yeah.
And some of these tournaments happen like 8 in the morning. So, we barely get like 3-4 hours of sleep. So, yeah, but, 1 or 2 practice games before the matches. I don't like to play a lot because I get panicked. And, I just feel like playing one game and just leave it at that.
Okay. At my previous org, what we used to do was like we used to play against other competitive teams. Like those were called scrims.
Yeah.
So do you guys play against competitive players? Like I'm pretty sure you guys do, right? with each other?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So that's like kind of shared between you all. This is how you guys actually prepare for these tournaments. And who's the best at managing sleep here?
I think
You?
it's improved now, I would say.
Right. Any tips for anybody who's watching to actually help improve their sleep before this kind of stuff? Because there's nervousness and all that, you know.
No, I'm gonna
I've recently taken magnesium and that really helps. Oh my god, it's almost changed my life.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
You take citrate or glycinate?
Glycinate.
Glycinate, nice. It helps with sleep. Citrate
Yeah.
is better for, you know.
Muscle recovery and stuff.
Aside from this, like now since you guys have a PlayStation, what's your favorite PS game currently?
that's a trick one, because it changes every time.
Of course it
If there's
does.
like a story game, my favorite story game has to be The Last of Us. I've played that almost 10 times from the PS3 to PS4 to
Yeah.
PS5. I love playing that game.
I was sick.
So if you had to pick a story game, I would pick Last of Us.
Good.
For me, it has to be GTA. Like, it's been 10 years and it's still that game where like you can do it all. Everything you can do it. in
GTA
that game.
5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cringy, but it's FIFA for me.
FIFA
like
for
by
you.
far.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
FIFA.
any other game gives me that.
Because you played with siblings, friends, you've competed, it's like been a part of your life. I get it.
Maybe, but it's also because of my love for football. I
Yeah.
think I would not be a competitive gamer if it wasn't for FIFA. Like I
Right.
would not imagine myself playing something other than this,
Mm-hmm.
just because of my love for football. Like I grew up watching every single thing, and like my brother's a Chelsea fan, so I was a United fan, and we had this insane rivalry right from when I was 6 years old and he was like 13 years old. So. It got quite intense. Like we actually used to have fights when Chelsea and United used to face off against each other. My
Right.
parents used to get worried and everything.
Right.
So, like a lot of it comes from that. I think just football mainly, and for me, FIFA hands down.
It's very relatable for me also because you and I grew up with a sibling. We were competitive too and we used to play a lot of FIFA.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, and we had physical fights too and we used to watch a lot of WWE. So it's like,
Same. Yeah.
John Cena's FU and all of that.
Yeah, he's tried all like Shawn Michaels moves on me when I was a kid
Switching
and
music,
everything.
you got one, dude. I remember giving my brother like a pedigree. Obviously on a carpet and everything.
Yeah,
Nothing
of
happened,
course.
but yeah, they used to get nasty. But anyways, so moving forward, like, do you guys have any piece of advice that you'd want to give to anybody who wants to become an esports athlete?
It's not an overnight process, that's for sure. Nothing is. I guess learn from your losses because people just move. See, I don't move on from my losses. It's like when I lose,
Right.
let it be a practice match, tournament match. I have this bad habit. I'll just isolate myself.
Okay.
Especially a practice match. You can't
Yeah.
who gets upset for a practice match?
No,
It's
yeah, you
supposed to be a
shouldn't.
practice match.
Yes.
So I think I feel I should do that better, and I think people should learn from their losses more because you get to learn a lot, from the guys. They're beating you for a reason, right?
Right,
And you
right.
can't win everything. You will lose matches at the end of the day.
So would you recommend like rewatching your gameplay, seeing
Oh
where
yeah,
you
100%.
messed up?
Because like people kind of think, oh, you have to watch the other person's game. No, you focus on your game first. Then you see the other person's game.
Like
'Cause
your
you
mistakes.
you will always have to improve your game. You will never be the best.
Right.
There's always room to improve.
Okay. And would you guys have anything to add to this?
Yeah, I think like if you want to compete, you have to like just completely keep grinding the game, abuse every mechanic in the game. Something like X factor,
Right.
like something that can change the game for
A trick
you.
up your sleeve kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's like if you're gonna be professional, then you have to treat the same thing with the same respect as you want it to treat you.
With discipline.
With the same discipline, with the same respect, right? So if you're going into a FIFA game or with a tournament, with any other tournament, like you imagine being a tennis player,
Right.
like he would not go into a French Open finals with less sleep, with less motivation,
Yes.
with a shitty diet and
Right.
stuff like that, right?
Right.
So you got to treat yourself with the same discipline and the same respect. And this is something I've learned through with my own experience, because I was not one that cared about external factors apart
Yes.
from the game, because I thought it's just natural, right? Like you're just naturally good at a video game and that's all there is through it. But that's of course not true. Like there's so much more that goes into it. Some things which we are not aware of. Like
Right.
there of course must be reasons why you're better than the average crowd, right?
Right.
And if you are, then of course you gotta treat it with that same discipline, and if you keep working hard, then of course it's gonna get you somewhere.
Right.
And if it doesn't, at least you'll get to learn something.
Something that you brought up is excellent point, being like physical fitness. And I wanted to ask you guys this: do you think like physical fitness actually plays a huge role in esports?
I'm the worst person you asked. But recently I kind of felt like especially during the COVID days, I was just sitting on my chair, for the entire day, and I gained almost like 5 to 7 kgs.
Right.
And at that time I didn't realize that, and it kind of affected me mentally. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Is this even worth it? That's what happened. Even if I was doing well at the game,
Yes.
I asked these kind of questions, and I was like, is it worth it? But yeah, recently I started, walking, skipping rope, and this kind of helped me. I move around a lot, and it just mentally you're better,
Yes.
because you'll be like thinking like, okay, it's worth it. I'm also kind of looking after myself as well. So yeah.
But I think like physical fitness doesn't really matter much in esports. Like I get the point. Like the diet before the tournament, you have to focus on that. Like you can't slam burgers and pizzas before a tournament. Like it will slow your reactions.
Yes.
It happens.
Obviously.
But apart from that, I don't think like physical fitness in general would affect your esports abilities.
See, I'll tell you something. After a certain age, all of this kind of compounds into your performance. So you actually, what do you think? We'll circle back to this, but what do you think?
I think it does, like 100%.
100%.
Because yeah, I've been through it. And one other thing I would like to stress on is that it's more important that you're happy and focused
Yes.
when you're in the game. And the easiest way to do that is to be physically fit, right? So
Yeah.
if you're not happy and focused, of course, you're not going to be performing to your best limit. Of course, there will be people like without any exercise as well, you could be like completely focused.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends from person
That's
to
an
person,
anomaly.
right? That is an anomaly, but I mean, it depends, right? Like back when I was maybe 16, 17.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't really have anything else to do in life apart from and no other pressure, tension, stress, etc. So a lot of things just add up together as you're growing older, like you said. So I think it's more important to be in your ideal state of mind to be good, because if you're not in an ideal state of mind, the other guy is. And he's going to be better than you. He has an advantage already because he's in a better state of mind.
Exactly.
So you don't want to be in that position where you're just going to get at a disadvantage because you're not there mentally. So for me, mentally to get there is really important to be physically fit. But of course, there are other ways to do it. It's not just physical fitness. There's yoga, there's meditation, there's deep breathing, there's so much more.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person what they want to do. But the most important thing, what I would like to stress on, is that you got to be mentally like the best. Like even if you're like 1% lesser, the other guy's gonna beat you.
Right.
That's
it's
how
not
it works.
optimal, obviously.
Yeah.
But what do you personally do to keep yourself like focused? Like what exercises do you do?
So I learned this new breathing exercise. It's called Sudarshan Kriya. It's done from the Art of Living Foundation.
I know about it.
And that's really helped me. That's one of the things I do. But apart from that, I've tried. So recently I took a break as well last year from competing. I wasn't playing too many tournaments. I had stepped away a little bit. And it was mainly to focus on my life, get things together and stuff like that. So with that, I've built myself a routine which is dedicated just to the esports thing, and not like I'm not training like a bodybuilder because that's not my goal.
Of course not.
My goal is to be the best in my head.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do.
Nice. So, I mean, but what Tekka said, now Tekka is also the youngest one over here. So that is also something we have to consider. And he just had a Coke. So
He will learn.
all right, guys, thanks for the talk. That was a great talk. And do let everybody know where they can find you and what's next for you guys.
What's next? Hopefully to win more tournaments. But I guess to contribute in the gaming and esports industry a little bit more in a different role, maybe, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I have a year or two of competing, but maybe let's see what's next.
All right. And where can the viewers find you?
I stream sometimes on YouTube. My channel name is Imad Rocks. And yeah, I'm on Instagram as well, Imad Rocks. So yeah.
Okay. What about you?
What's next for me is to like basically the same, like win more tournaments and contribute to the gaming community as much as I can in different roles as well. Pretty much the same as he said.
All right. And where can the audience find you?
You can find me on Instagram. My username is Karman_Tikka.
For me, what's next is just I just want to give my best in the upcoming Esports World Cup qualifier that I'll be going for in 2 weeks' time. And apart from that, yeah, of course, just give my best every single time whenever I am playing a tournament and stuff. You can find me on YouTube at Those Malone FC. I don't really have an Instagram, but that might change in a few months.
Okay. So thanks for watching. And if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. Bye. You can say bye.
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 PlayStation